Yeah. So next we'll go for super mesh, and we just now finished the super mesh analysis. So now we'll go for super node analysis. Super node analysis. So nodal analysis we already know. So which can be applicable at two or more points are connected at particular point, that will become a node. And wherever node that will form, then we are going to apply KCL there. So KCL, what is a KCL? That algebraic sum of the currents in a particular at a particular node equals to 0, or entering currents equals to leaving currents we can write. So let us take I1 current here, I2 current is here, and I3 current in this direction. So this is R1, R2 as well as R3. So we are going to apply nodal analysis at particular node A. So what is a current equation at node A? That is entering current equals to leaving current. So here entering current, I1 is entering and I3 is also entering. So I1 plus I3 and I2 is leaving. Entering currents is equals to leaving current. So this is the equation that we are going to follow actually nodal analysis. If in a problem, or if that is not mentioned any currents here, so that is not mentioned any currents, then we are going to take the node value as V, whatever the voltage drop across that particular node, that we are going to mention here. That is, let us take this is V1 and this is connected to ground, let us take, and this is also connected to ground. Then how to write this equation? Let us take here a voltage source is there. So we are not mentioning any current sources, current values here. Directly we are going to write in terms of voltage we are going to write. So what is the current value? That is I is equals to V by R. So in terms of V by R, we are going to apply the nodal analysis. Here at this particular node, voltage drop is V1. So we need to write whatever the current value in the resistor. So what is the potential difference across this resistor? At one point that voltage is having V1. At another point, what is the voltage here? That voltage is V, whatever we connected to the source. So potential difference is, we are considering reference as V1. So we need to write V1 minus V by R1 in the format of V by R actually. So V is nothing but potential difference. What is the potential here? One is V1 and another one is V. So V1 minus V by R. V1 minus V by R. And then second thing, V1, we need to write the current across the R2. So what is the R2 here? What is the potential difference? One is V1, another one is 0. Here that is connected to ground. No? So V1 minus 0 by R2 plus V1 minus 0 by R2 plus again R3. What is the current across the R3? V1. Another side, that potential difference is 0. Potential is 0. So what is the potential difference? V1 minus 0 by R3 is equals to 0. So likewise we are going to apply the nodal analysis. So whenever current is mentioned here, directly we are going to write current values like this. Entering currents equals to leaving currents. So that will become I1 plus I3 is equals to I2. But here, if there is no mentioning of current in a particular resistors, then we are going to write the potential difference. So potential difference of that particular resistor, in terms of Ohm's law we are going to write. Okay, so what is mean by supernode? So supernode is nothing but whenever you are going to apply KCL, wherever the nodes are there, then we are going to apply KCL. If we have like this, a resistor and a voltage source and a resistor, and here we are having a voltage source like this. This is a circuit, let us take. So this is, for example, let us take this is a voltage source, some V2, and this is V1, R1, R2 and R3. So here actually nodes that can form, this is a particular node 1 and this is a particular node 2. So at node 1, how to write the potential difference? Let us take this is Vx and this is Vy. So Vx, directly how we can write? This is a potential difference if we have a resistor here. Then Vx minus V1 by R3, R4, Vx by R1. How to write here? Vx minus Vy, and here that mentioned already V2. So at this situation, if that circuit is applicable for KCL analysis, if the circuit is applicable for KCL analysis, but that circuit is having some voltage sources, whatever that difficulty is there for that voltage source to analysis the KCL. So we need to eliminate the voltage source. In previously, what we did, wherever we are going to apply the KVL, if that KVL will become difficult by the any current source, we are going to neglect that current source. In the same way here, in order to apply KCL, while applying the KCL, if that difficulty is getting by some voltage sources, we are going to eliminate that voltage source, and then we are going to do the same process, whatever the nodal analysis, whatever the analysis we are going to follow for the KCL, same thing we are going to repeat here, and then final equation we are going to get by whatever elimination of that source is there, that will be we are going to take. So now I'll explain with one example. Here let us take this circuit, which is very simple. Yeah, this one. So having a current source and a voltage and a resistor here, resistor and a voltage source, resistor, voltage source and a resistor. So this is a circuit, just I'm mentioning the values also. Here this is 2 ohms, 3 ohms, 10 amperes, and here plus minus this is a 20 volts, 1 ohm, 5 ohms, 10 volts and then 2 ohms. So this is a circuit. Determine the current across the 5 ohms resistor. Determine the current across the 5 ohms resistor. So first here I am going to mention the nodes. So here node is V1 and here node is V2, and here I am going to mention the third node, that is V3. So I am going to get 3 nodes. So 3 node equations. First I am going to write at node 1. Node 1, what is the equation? So directly we are having a 10 ampere current that is entering. So 10 is equals to V1 minus 0 by 3. V1 minus 0 by 3. V1 minus V2 by 2. So when we simplify this one, that is 0.83 V1 minus 0.5 V2 minus 10 is equals to 0. So at node 2 and 3. Why? Because here we are having a voltage source. In order to apply KCL, that is difficulty is there. So just I am skipping this voltage source. Directly I am going to combine V2 as well as V3. So how to write here? V2 by 1 plus V3 minus 10 by 5 plus V3 by 2 is equals to 0. So this is the second nodal analysis equation. So what is the third equation? How we are going to get the third equation? By the potential source, that is voltage source. This is V2 and here V3, and this value is 20 volts. So how can you write? That is V2 minus V3 equals to 20 volts. So by simplifying this one, what is the value? That is 0.5 V1 plus 1.5 V2 plus 0.7 V3 minus 2 is equals to 0. So total how many equations you got? This is a node equation 1 and this is a node equation 2, and this equation, which is by skipping of that particular voltage source, you are going to get the third equation. Just by simplifying these 3 equations, you are going to get the values of V1, V2 as well as V3. So V1 value you are going to get, that value is directly V1, V2, V3 you calculate. So here in the problem he mentioned only the V3 value, that is minus 8.42 volts. So like this you need to calculate the nodal analysis as well as mesh analysis by skipping any voltage source or current source. That is called as super mesh as well as super node analysis. So by simplifying equation 1, 2 and 3, you are going to get I1 value as 19.9 amps, I2 value as 17.3 amps, I3 value as 15.3 amps. So we need to calculate the current across the 5 ohms resistor. So current across the 5 ohms resistor, that 5 ohms, this is a 5 ohms resistor. That current passes through that 5 ohms resistor is I3 as well as I1. I3 as well as I1. So how we are going to calculate that? We need to take either I1 minus I3 or else I3 minus I1. So here the value is 19.9. I1 is bigger than I3. So here I am going to write I1 minus I3. This is a current passes through the 5 ohms resistor. So current in 5 ohms resistor, I1 minus I3, that is 19.9 minus 15.3. That value is 4.6 amperes. Okay. So like this we need to calculate the nodal mesh analysis by skipping the any current source in that one. That is called as a super mesh analysis. So here we need to skip this one, this current source and resistor. So this entire will become a single source or single loop, that will shift it to single loop, that I'll draw. Here that circuit will become a resistor, and here is a resistor, and here we are having another resistor, and again that will having another resistor. So here that current is I2 and here that current is I3. So here the current is I1. So these values are 10, 2, 1 and 5. So here we need to apply KVL. So what will be the equation? Here 10 ohms resistor. We have 10 ohms resistor. That current passes to that one is I1 and as well as I2. So we can write 10 into I2 minus I1. These all are the passive elements. Directly I am going to write positive now. Okay. So plus 2 into, just current is passes through this one is I2. So I2 plus 1 I3 plus 5 into I3 minus I1. I3 minus I1 equals to 0. So when we simplify this one, you will get minus 15 I1 plus 12 I2 plus 6 I3 equals to 0. So this is a loop 2 equation. What is a loop 3 then? Loop 3 we are going to get at that whatever we skipped or whatever we eliminated that circuit. So what we eliminated here, which is having a current source and a resistor. So we need to write the current difference between these two. So here what is the current passes to this one? In this direction current is I2 here, and in this direction current is I3. So here current, whatever the current value that mentioned, that is 2 amps. So I3 current is in this direction, I2 current is in this direction, both are opposite. So we can write the loop 3 equation, that is I2 minus I3 is equals to 2 amps. Okay. So in order to simplify, 3 parameters we need to calculate, that is I1, I2 and I3. We are having 3 equations, equation 1 and equation 2 and equation 3. So by simplifying these 3 equations,
Ma'am, 3 ohm
so we'll explain with one example. So this is a circuit, this is a network. You need to calculate the current across the 5 ohms resistor. So here is a 5 ohms resistor. So by seeing itself, this is having 3 loops. So we can easily apply the KVL principle here. But here we are having a current source in between the loops. So we can go for, obviously we should go for which method? That is a super mesh analysis. So we should apply super mesh analysis. So before going for the super mesh analysis, first you need to assume the currents in the loops. Here we are having 3 loops. So the current, I am assuming that first current is I1 in the first loop, and here second current, that is I2 in the second loop, and I3 in the third loop. Let us take. So first you write the loop equation 1. So loop 1. So loop 1 is having a voltage source as well as 2 resistors. So voltage source current is entering at the negative terminal, so that is positive, that is 50, minus all passive elements we should take always negative. So 10, here in the 10 ohms resistor I1 is passing as well as I2 is also passing. So we are considering loop 1. So first we should mention the I1 and minus I2, that is 10 into I1 minus I2, and next minus 5 ohms resistor. Here also 2 currents are passing, that is I1 is downward and I3 is upward. So 2 currents, that is difference of 2 currents, 5 into I1 minus I3 is equals to 0. Okay, so when we simplify that one, we'll get 15 I1 minus 10 I2 minus 5 I3 is equals to 50. So say this is equation 1, and then we have to write loop 2 equation. So what is loop 2? Loop 2, which is having 10 ohms resistor and 2 ohms resistor and 3 ohms, and we are having a, what is a current source. So can we apply that directly loop equation in that one? That is, can you apply KVL here? No, we cannot apply KVL. Why? Because there is a current source. So we need to skip that current source, or we need to eliminate that current source. So just you skip
Ma'am,
this entire circuit, entire thing. So in today's session, I am going to explain about the mesh analysis, which is related to the KVL, and super mesh analysis. How to neglect a particular node or particular mesh when that is considered as a current source. If we are having any current source in a particular loop, then how to neglect that current source? We can skip that current source by merging 2 or more meshes or 2 or more loops. So that is called as a super mesh analysis. So in this session, just we are going to explain the mesh as well as super mesh. So what is meant by mesh analysis? That you already know that KVL. KVL is nothing but the loop analysis, and that is also called as a mesh analysis. So KCL, that is nothing but the nodal analysis, or that can be applicable at a particular node. Okay, so first I'll explain one a simple problem, and which is having a 3 loops, how to write the loop equations, and how we are going to skip a particular loop, we'll see now. So let us take, this is a circuit. So write the mesh equations for the circuit. So here I am going to write, which is having 3 voltage sources. This is a first voltage source, and here that is connected to a resistor, and here one more resistor, and here one more resistor is there, and here that is connected to a resistor, and again resistor, and these 2 resistors are connected with the voltage source, and then here again connected to the voltage source, and these 2 are connected to the resistor. So I'll give the values also. This is 10 volts, and this is 1 ohm, this is 3 ohms, this is 6 ohms, 2 ohms, 5 ohm, 4 ohm, and this is 5 volts, and this is 20 volts. So this is a circuit. You need to write the mesh equations for this particular circuit. So first you need to observe how many loops are there here. So here I'll mention with the current. So mesh or loop equations, first we need to assume the current in that particular loop. So this is one closed loop, and this is a second closed loop here, and this is a third closed loop. So just I'm going to assume one current direction is in this direction. The current I am going to take, that is I1, and here this current I am assuming that is I2, and here I am going to assume current is I3. So now we need to write the mesh equations. How many mesh equations you will get? 3 loops are there. So 3 loops are nothing but which is 3 equations we are going to get. So write the first equation which is the first loop by considering loop 1. Write down the mesh equation here. So in the loop 1, so voltage source, we have a voltage source and 3 resistors are there. So voltage source, what is the current direction? Is entering at the negative terminal of the source. So we need to take the voltage value as a positive. Okay, once again I'll repeat the statement, that is algebraic sum of the voltages in a particular loop equals to 0. So here that current is entering at the negative terminal. So this voltage source value will be positive. So 10, directly we are going to take 10. All passive elements, remaining passive element, we should take it as a negative. So this is 1, and what is the current passes through that resistor? That is I1. So we can write the Ohm's law format, which is V is equals to IR. So I here, that is I1, R value, that is 1 ohms. So directly minus I1 into 1 minus resistor value is 3, and here the current is 2 currents are there. I1 is entering, I2 is leaving. So both directions are opposite. So 3 into I1 minus I2 we can write, and minus 6 into, here also 3 currents are there, 2 currents are there, that is I1 minus I3 equals to 0. Okay, so you simplify this equation, that you can get 10 I1 minus 3 I2 minus 6 I3 equals to 10 volts. In loop 2, that is current is I2 here. So there are 3 resistive elements, 3 passive elements and 1 positive voltage source. And voltage source, the current direction is entering at the positive terminal of the voltage source. So we should take that value as negative. So minus 5 and then minus, all remaining passive elements we should take negative. So first I am going to write 3 ohms. So we are considering the loop 2. So first we need to consider current is I2. So 2 currents are passes through the 3 ohms resistor, that is I2 minus I1 minus 2 into, again that is having only one current, that is I2, minus 5 into, that is also having only one current, that is I2, equals to 0. So you can simplify this one, that is minus 3I1 plus 10I2 equals to minus 5 volts you will get. So what is a loop 3 equation? That is loop 3 is having current is I3 and that is having 2 voltage sources. So here you can observe, first I'll start from here. So this will be entering, that I3 current is entering at the negative terminal. So what is the voltage source value? That is 5. We can take it as positive. 5 minus, what is a passive element? That is 4 ohms. Current is I3 here. So 4 into I3 minus, here current is entering at the negative terminal. So this source value is also positive. So 20 volts minus, here 6 ohms resistor having 2 currents, that is I3 and I1. So both are, I1 is downward direction, I3 is upward direction. So both are opposite. So 6 into I3 minus I1 equals to 0. This will take. So can you simplify this one? Then you will get that value is minus 6I1 plus 10I3 equals to 25 volts. So total 3 equations shall I write? Yes. So what are the mesh equations here? Mesh equations, there are 3 meshes. So here we are going to get 3 mesh equations, that is 10I1 minus 3I2 minus 6I3 equals to 10 volts minus 3I1 plus 10I2 equals to minus 5 volts minus 6I1 plus 10I3 equals to 25 volts. So these are the 3 mesh equations we written. So like this we need to apply KVL in a mesh. Okay. So then we'll discuss about what is super mesh. So super mesh here, in a mesh or in a loop, if there is a current source. So suppose any branches in a network has a current source, then that is difficult to apply KVL, right? So in order to simplify that analysis, we are going to skip or we are going to neglect that current source, and then we are going to write the voltage across that particular current source. So then we'll get same type of equations. For example, in the above example, we have 3 loop equations. So particular in any one loop is having a current source, let us take. So I'll draw one circuit here and I'll explain. Just let us take, this is a voltage source and this is having a resistor, and here we are having a one more resistor, and let us take, this is a current source. This is a current source, and then same here we are having another resistor, and here we are having a one more resistor, for example. So let us take, this is a circuit. So here this is R1, R2, let us naming this one R3 and R4, and here current is, let us take, that is I, this current is I, and here this is a voltage source V. So by seeing itself here, this circuit is having 3 loops. First loop is having a current of I1, let us take. Second loop is having a current of I2, and here third loop is having a current of I3, let us take. Here, whenever you want to apply the KVL in this loop, so what you should write? This voltage source minus voltage drop across the resistor minus voltage drop across the R2 resistor, and here what we need to write here, this is a current source. We can't write the value for this one. Okay, so this is a difficulty when we are getting this type of circuit. So in order to eliminate or in order to simplify these type of circuits, just here we are going to skip or we are going to eliminate this entire circuit, and then directly we are going to take, this is a single loop from voltage source to R1 and R3. This is a single loop, and this is the second loop, that is R3 and R4. Now in the third loop, third equation, how we are going to get? By skipping circuit is there, no? So here you need to write the voltage drop across the current source. This voltage drop across the current source, here we are going to write, that we will get as a third equation. By simplifying 3 equations, we are going to get the 3 loop equations. So now here I'll write that one. So first here, in the first loop you write, that is V. In the first loop, by skipping this one I am writing. So what is that one? Which is V minus current in the resistor R1, that is I1. So I1 into R1. So we skip this entire thing. Next we are going to get this R3. So R3, we have 2 currents. I1 is entering here and I2 is also I2 here. This is a loop. I'll draw again that one. First we'll take this one with another color. So this is a loop, let us take. Here voltage source and this one. So we skipped here, this one we skipped. Okay, whatever the resistor and current source is there. So this is an entire network, and here this is R1 and this is R3 and this is R4. So here current is I3, and here the current I taken, that is I2, and here the current is I1. So here voltage is V. So now first in the loop equation, that is loop 1, I am going to write loop 1 equation here. So loop 1, first voltage source is entering at the negative terminal, that is current direction. So voltage source we should consider as a positive, and then the current passes through the R1 resistor, that is I1. I1 into R1. So I1 only up to here. So what is the current passes through the RC? That is I2. And in the second loop, I3 is also passes through the R3. And two currents are passes through in the resistor of R3. So that we need to take minus R3 into I2 minus I3 is equals to 0. Okay, so this is the equation. When we simplify that one, we'll get R1 into I1 plus R3 into I2 minus R4 into I3 is equals to V. So write loop 2 equation here. So whenever we write loop 2 equation, so loop 2 is nothing but just which is having only 2 resistors. So loop 2 which is the R3 and R4. So what is the R3 current? That is we are considering second loop, right? So we need to consider I3 first. So R3 into I3 minus I2 minus R4 into I3 is equals to 0. In this loop, is there any voltage source? No, there is no voltage source. So here just we are going to write two passive elements. So two passive elements we are going to mention that is negative. So both will become positive. So R3 into I3 minus I2, R4 into I3 is equals to 0. This is the second loop. But in the problem we have how many loops? There are 3 loops. Okay, so 3 loops are there, but we got only the 2. How we can write the third equation or loop 3 equation, how we are going to write? So what circuit we skipped? This is the circuit whatever we skipped, which is having a voltage current source, and this is a direction, or else likewise I will draw. So this is a circuit I skipped. Here current direction is downward, that current is I, and here current is passes I1, and here current is passes, that one is I2. So what about I here? How can we write the I value? One current is I1, that is flowing down, and I2 is flowing up. And let us take like this, if I1 minus I2 is equals to I, yes, we can write like this. Whatever the difference of current I1 and I2, that is the value of this current source, that is I. So this will become the third equation. So this is the first equation, and this is the second equation, and this is the third equation, in order to get the 3 mesh equations. So whenever you want to, you have any current source in a loop equation or loops, then we can skip by super mesh analysis.